Yo, what's good? What's good? Hope everybody had a happy holidays and happy New Year's. I was sitting here getting back on the grind. Was looking at a video from this young kid about he was a YouTuber and he would pull those gold digger pranks, with the females, and he would, go up to them and you know try to get them. But I didn't even know this dude was married at all. Like I didn't know this dude was married, had kids, but obviously he tells the whole testimony. I'm not gonna show the whole video, but I'll put the link in the description down at the bottom. But um, he talks about how he dies and goes to hell, like in this piece. But the whole time, he has the spirit of Jezebel's with him, because that was, why he was doing those things, basically because he was getting more and more. The devil was providing him with more and blessing him with what he wanted. But he had been a Christian his whole life, like, so he had, I guess his dad grew up in it. You'll see, there was a pastor and he grew up in the church. But you know we fall as Christians sometimes. So, and this kid fell, but sometimes it does. God takes us and shows us, you know, things that we need to turn us back around and turn us back to Him. So he had to actually go and show this kid hell, like, and when I say these, like, people talk about this stuff. I mean, people can say, "Oh man, it's not real," or it's skeptical or whatever, but it's real. I know I've had my experiences, and I'll probably get into those someday and tell you guys about it. But I've had a lot of experiences, and when people tell you this, they don't tell you this because they want you to get fear. They tell you this to let you know that this is real. Like, because there's so many people that'll say that it's not real, but these people don't. And even myself, if I can tell you, when I tell you stories, I'm not telling you this to be like, oh, well, this is real, you're going to go to hell, or this. No, it's telling you that hell is a real place, and we seen it, and you can't tell us any different. Like, just as far as like heaven, people say they see heaven and they see hell. Believe them, because it's real. Like, it's it's true. I don't care what anybody says. But anyway, let's check this video out and see what he says about his experience.
Say he had enough. So this particular moment, yeah, the guy probably knew this was the only way that he can save me. That's why I'm like, I had to see hell. So now I'm buying edibles. I'm like, and usually she'll do them with me, and she like, no, I don't want to do them. I'm like, yo, do them. She's like, no, I'm in the car. I'm like, all right, I pop them. Yeah, look, white screen, 100 milligrams. And I'm like, this is gonna give me. I only bought 4 of them, so it's gonna be 400 because I haven't did them in a minute. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just do one. I did one. It's like 2:20, 2:38 p.m. So I'm like, all right, let's go back to the room. I go back to the room. Oh my God. Go back to the room. She was chilling, watching TV. She got food. And she in her own bed because we did get into it. We used to get into it a lot. We bumped heads all the time.
That day, were you guys getting along?
A little bit, but she just wanted to sleep on her own bed. She wanted to sleep on her own bed, and I was just relaxing on my other bed. I happily be on my other bed. And I only took one. I didn't even get to the other 3. And I somehow came on my body, and I had a heart attack. And this is where people say, maybe you just had an out-of-body experience. And I said, out-of-body experience, how was I able to feel something stabbing me in my chest? And I was like, how you looking at me? When I came out of my body, I was able to watch me die. Yes, I'm watching me.
So wait, you fell asleep on your bed.
I feel like I fell asleep.
And then
boom, came on my body. But in a way, that's why it's so hard to explain, because in a way, I only came on my body because I was, yeah, so it's like I fell asleep, but immediately like that. So it's like I died. So in a way, oh man. So in a way, I came on my body, watch me, but I was able to feel the pain. Feel the pain. I was able to watch me cry out. I'm doing this with my body, crying like, and I'm screaming to her, help, call the ambulance. She ain't hearing me, but I'm not noticing that I'm out of my body. I had a 360 vision of the whole room, like an ant, like of everything, but I'm able to still see my body and watch me die. And then from there, I ain't just go down straight. I was able to look around in the room, focus. It wasn't no time, but I just knew that I did die, but it was like, now my eye vision is looking at things. I'm looking at the TV, and it's some on the TV, but as I'm looking at the TV, I had a conscience of knowing the truth. Like, you can't hide nothing in the spirit realm. I said, this is terrible. This is fake. Like I told him my testimony, I said, that was one of the main things I noticed. I said, the acting on here is so bad. How is people watching this? It was like puppets.
That's the thing too. When you start getting closer to God, even in this world, when you start getting closer and you start building that relationship, you see how everything is fake. But then everybody will start calling you crazy because the stuff that you see that their eyes aren't open to it. So when he said like he saw the TV, like I can see stuff like that now when I watch the TV, like how fake it is. Even like the actors, like some of the stuff is so like it's like puppets. Like he said, it's like it's not even real. Like this is just it's crazy to it's hard to explain, but you start seeing things in a way different light because you're not walking so much in the worldly. Like you wake up to the spiritual realm. So like he's awoke to like the spiritual realm when he passed. So I get totally what he's saying.
Yes. You had all knowledge when you die. It's like God give you a piece of his mind or something. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like all truths. So it's like, I'm looking at that was bad. I'm looking at the girl, you know, she had the kids with her. I'm looking at the babies and the baby head doing this supernaturally fast. That kind of creeped me out. Yeah, that creeped me out. The baby head was moving at a supernatural speed.
Yeah.
He was walking around, his head was moving. I was like scared. And then once again, I locked eyes on myself again. And that's when I realized like, yo, I'm dead. And as soon as that happened, I boom, went down. Went down at a supernatural speedness, but a supernatural slowness.
At the same time.
At the same time. And Hollywood got it right because it was like Get Out, but it was 10 times worse. Like falling out of darkness, falling. And then the noise. Like heaven got a noise, but hell got a noise. It's like everything is exactly like heaven, but demonic.
And you think about that, like how he said, like it's all true, how they got it right. How would they know that? Like Hollywood, like they know certain stuff when they put in movies, like and it'd be real, but we don't know it because you haven't experienced it. But like how he said, he's like they got it right. How did they get it right? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't know how they get it right. Like
it was such a the noise was so loud.
What kind of noise was it?
I can't explain it. I tried to emulate it, and it was the scariest thing I ever experienced in my life. And it was like speakers was here because it was so loud. It was so loud that it felt like my ears was bleeding, and that scared me more than seeing a demon.
gnashing your teeth. Maybe
everybody that do ask me about this testimony, I wasn't scared of the demon. That I wasn't. A demon showed up. You know, I actually seen the demon. Like literally, his head was cut out, but I was able to see. He had like a human type body, red, lizardy type dude. Yes, muscles, huge. I don't know if it's a principality, but when he talked, it sounded like it was a legion of voices, like thousands of voices. Literally, he would talk and it would echo, but he didn't talk with his mouth. It was through the mind.
it makes perfect sense too what he says. Man, this is so like it's crazy because even if you listen to like church choirs, and I've witnessed this before, you can actually hear like angels sing with like the regular choir. If you guys hear like about 10 people in a choir, and it sounds like there's 100 people in that choir. That's an angel singing with people, man. I've heard that firsthand. I'm like, why is this so thick? So it's obvious. I mean, why but they would probably have chants and stuff on the other side. But who knows? That's very interesting.
But I'm falling all at once. I'm able to see the earth. I'm able to, man. Oh my God.
Yep.
It was so much going on at once. It would just make you want to die. I had super knowledge. That knowledge alone made me know that I was dumb enough to die my sin. And man, just every time I think about that, it just made me just. I was able to see the girl while falling, but I was able to see the earth in a way. So I was able to see different realms
At the same time.
Everything at once. It's different realms. And I'm like, what is this? But I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on I'm going to hell. So it's like me talking about it now. It's like, was you focused on it? No. It's like everything get wired. Like if God was to let us, our heads would
explode.
Yes.
Because on Earth, in this plane, we're very one-dimensional. We can only see what's happening here, but you're saying 360 view. So you saw everything that was happening. You're seeing yourself. You're seeing this. You're focusing on. You're seeing the TV all at the same time. You're falling slow, falling fast at the same time.
Yes,
all of this
wild
happening.
demon is torturing me, telling me I finally got you. I've been waiting on you since you was a kid. So this is a demon that's been plotting on me since birth. This demon's out here waiting on people. It's on assignment from birth. That's his assignment. And he's laughing, but I'm hearing music, but I'm looking at the girl and her stuff. I'm looking at my body dead, and I'm still able to see the TV.
So is it music or sound?
Music and the sound. All at once. Dreadful, thunder noise, drill music, demonic. Yes, it's a blended. It's a mix. It blends in. It'd be the most terrifying noise while sounding like thunder. But as you can hear it clear as day. And it's like it's in your spirit. So it sounds like it's loud. It sounds like you like screaming so loud. Because I was eventually starting to peel my face off. I peeled my face off. And I didn't even feel it. Because I was so focused on it. I felt it, but everything was so blended. I don't even know if my face grew back.
It's hard to explain.
I started screaming. And I was screaming so loud, it was as if blood could have came out of my mouth. My vocals broke. Yes, but I was still focused on this demon, seeing it with my natural eyes while falling. And still focusing on the earth, still looking at different realms. And it was like some vapor. And that took me back to the scripture, life is like a vapor. I seen that while still getting tormented, while still being able to talk to him, because everything I thought of, he answered it. So it was kind of like, I didn't even want to talk back to him. It was like, where am I going? Got you, going to hell. But thousands of demons with lizardy tongues, but with a deep voice. And they laugh at everything. Literally. So yes, but I didn't want to talk to him, but it was telepathically. So everything I said, he answered it, but he mocked me and laughed. Got you. And then I'm peeling my face off while falling. Yes. And while listening to this music that was scarier than a demon. And then after the music was scared, I was starting to get scared of God. So now I started to be like, oh my God. People don't realize, you go to hell, you get scared of God because you're thinking about judgment. So all knowing knowledge I had now, I said, this ain't even a fire. I said, God gonna get me. I'm thinking that, and that fear made me, God, give me, I'm peeling my face, I'm screaming God. So I got a lot of backlash on my testimony saying God didn't have no power and he couldn't, of course he could have got me out, but that name, he said, call on Jesus. So I got to say it on yours. Mm-hmm. The word God didn't get me out of hell. I'm screaming, Jesus, God, get me out. In my mind, I'm screaming it, but my mouth opening it. But I know I'm not talking to my mouth because it's telepathic. I'm peeling my face off while falling. Mm-hmm. And God didn't do nothing. Nothing happened. And I'm getting closer and closer to hell.
Because at that point,
yes,
it was which God? If you didn't identify, there are many things that identify as God. Satan identifies as God. Even Jesus said it's the God of this world. And at that point, you are giving yourself to the God of this world. So you say.
That's why they say there's power in the name of Jesus. You got to call on Jesus' name. He's down there. You got to call on the name of Jesus, bro.
And God, who are you really talking to? So I could see how it wouldn't potentially have power in that instance. And then also, once you're cut off, there could be a level of just know that anybody that crosses that threshold,
it's over.
Go ahead, man.
So I'm in the back of my mind, I said, I freaking lied to God. I told this dude I told God I was gonna give my life to him. That moment came back.
Oh my God.
I said, oh my God, I lied to him. I'm having sex and I'm doubting myself. I said, it's over. I'm having all these intrusive thoughts. I'm crying, peeling my face off. And I'm just like, no, this is really my life. The pressure of, as I said, when I give these testimonies, I can't explain it. It just make me like rush when I talk. Like I can't explain it. It's just, it's hard because it's like the feeling of regret is worse than fire. Wow. Yes. It's kind of like, I didn't even get to this point. I know I'm about to get tortured because I used to watch hell testimonies. I'm pretty sure everybody did, out of curiosity. So I watch heaven testimonies, hell, it pops up on your feed, even if you ain't a Christian. So I'm thinking of all this stuff. I said, this is me. I'm going to hell for eternity. Then I started thinking about my kids, my wife. I said, no. Yes, everything. And then you get all-knowing knowledge. So your life flashes before your eyes. And it's like everything, but it's slow motion. You seeing every mistake you messed up. You seeing it's so hard to explain. It's like, now you know how God is everywhere. Yes, because it was like he allowed me to see the earth, but I was able to see through the earth, see the room I was at. Think about all of my regrets, seen it, but heard it. While falling, supernatural, but it's slow motion because it's so fast. It's slow motion. It's in the spirit, and it's just, and it made me just think about these movies they do. When you ever seen Avengers and they hit you out the hawk, the lady, and it's like doom. It's like that, but it's supernatural, and it's like these Hollywood people got it. They've seen some stuff.
Why do they have it? But I'm saying, yeah. I mean, you guys can link the description down in there. To the description is linked You can check out the whole video. But yeah, his testimony, I mean, it's true, man. Like, people have to get to a certain point, even, non-believers or whatever, they sometimes they get to that point where they, they have nothing else but to call on the name of Jesus, and they have to go through these things, and see that it's real. But hey, y'all stay prayed up and blessed. Check out the video.